for our safety. We have construction undergoing on inside and out of the building. Okay? We can take a photo first. So you are all students?
Yeah.
Huh? Students like
Yeah.
taking what course?
Masters.
Masters.
In engineering.
Oh my gosh, that's why you are here, I suppose. Okay, so after you visit the building, if you want to do extra activities, we have activities to offer you to enjoy with the day. So we have the rowing boat right there, very romantic. You can order some coconut to bring it there. And then before we used to have horse riding and horse carriage, but for now it's not available because we try to avoid the spread of the virus. Yes, and the most important is the toilet right there. Okay, we don't want an elephant trekking. So if you want to, if you will not ride the elephant, but if you want to take a photo with the elephant closer, you have to feed the elephant with a banana. Okay. One pack of banana will cost you about 100 bahts. Okay. And you can see like from here, we have like 2 different colors. We have the fresh new brown, that is the new artwork. And then we have the old blue color, this is the old artwork. So basically, the construction is because of maintenance. You know how woods are. And then like every day it has to repair, repaint, and then at the same time they add more to it. You know, also we are beside the seashore. And this is actually different from other places because we do not use nails. So we use many different traditional techniques, wood joints to interlock the woods together, but you will see some nails in some parts of the woods inside and out of the building because we do not finish that part. So they try to use the nails just temporarily to fix it, keep it together and hold it stronger. After that, they will remove it. We don't use any machine except for cutting the woods, everything handmade and no blueprint. So we follow only the model. So if you want to know more of the techniques that they use for the construction, you will learn it at the museum model, which later on I will be showing you how to get there. Okay, in the meantime, let's walk around first and then go inside the building.
So the
Yes?
statues are all a single wood or a combination of some parts?
Some parts, because actually they use like teak wood and then they use rosewood and ironwood.
Okay.
So all mixed together as well. And we have the first tier, second, third, fourth, and fifth tier. And the body building are composed of vents, windows, doors, and walls. So if you are wondering why the entire museum is open, well, that is because of the wind. Because otherwise, if the building is closed, eventually I think the building will fall down because the wind cannot pass through. And for the base, because it is inspired by flowers. The gap between each bases reflect the Thai traditional culture because in the past, the Thai people create this culture, you know, like this is a way for them to connect with people in the society together. So like people will feel that they are accepted and there is this sense of belongingness. And this Thai culture reflects through Thai folk plays. So this refers to the games and plays because they believe that these games and plays can bring everyone together. So they use a banana to make a fake horse, bamboo walk, coconut shells, and even cockfight. And Thai tradition also, this is related to rice farmers because these are all like a cat parade because the Thai do that cat parade because they believe that the cat has the power related to the rain. Well, I don't know in your country, but in the Philippines, it's almost the same, but we don't do the cat parade, but like if it's so hot weather, what we do is we get the cats and then we bait them. We let them take a bath so that the rain will come down. And it really worked. So you came down, right? So Duraka and Narasima, so these are key of, actually they are a symbol of victory of good over evil. So they use their power to remove all evils and all negative aspects of life. At this side here, you can see the sculptures adorning the place. These are also Ramayana. I don't know if you've heard of Ramayana. So this reflects the truth in every society. Like there's always good and bad, but eventually at the end, the good will always win over evil. So, but it all depends on our choices. It depends on us. I like to walk here because I like the idea so much. Instead of putting up the bricks, they put all the remaining cuts from the woods in different sizes. It's so beautiful, but I think very expensive. Yes. What about in Sri Lanka? Is it expensive to build a
Yeah,
a
more
house in the
expensive
woods.
wood. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Even in the Philippines as well. And just imagine all these woods coming from neighboring countries. So how much is going to cost them, right? If you have question, you can ask. That one, not here. I think at the other side we got there. This is a living proof. So everything like a joint only, but they have like nails. But that is made of wood. So I will show you when we go to the museum. This is Singh have a joint balcony. So this is a royal balcony used by the king to grant a public audience in special occasions, and it is decorated in Buranakata jar. Like they said, this Buranakata jar contains ambrosia, like a holy water, and some branches of leaves and flowers, and they believe that this brings wealth, happiness, beauty, and creative. So if you want to take a photo from this side, you have to have a sacrifice then. One must to go down here and take you from up there, okay? Because this is a good spot to take photo. You know, you can see at the website of Santuary of Truth, a lot of people are taking photo from here. Okay, but go down. One of you must go down. Wow, this is a beautiful site here, you see. I did say we don't use any machine, but this is the only mechanical that we use, our lift. So we have the lift that is to lift the physical handicapped people and some elderly who cannot go to the stairs. Right? I like it. It's so excited. So you are studying in Bangkok. In Bangkok. How is it in Bangkok? Because I've heard like a rally is going on. Away from that area where there's like rally, right? Rejoicing, sympathy, joy, compassionate, loving kindness, equanimity. They say that justice is in his character and people who follow treats others justly. But it's not to say those are hard to find nowadays. You know, a lot of people now, like, they don't have this kind of characteristics anymore. And below, you can see that the Sindra, riding Erawan, the 300 elephant giant are displayed. So this represents the key characters of a good leadership. So like avoidance of thinking, saying, and doing negative things to others. And Erawan, the main mission of Erawan is to serve Indra on his travels to different locations in heaven. Okay, I will take a photo for you here because this is a good spot to take a photo. Okay, away from the museum, and they are compared to us. We are lost, you know, we lost the way because of the technology. So what we try to do now is to swim against the social trends, and then all the currents takes us all up to the museum to return us to the truth of life. Okay, so together let's find out like the great wisdom, and that is inside the museum. Okay, let's discover what is that world peace. Okay, it's all about. Okay, this way. No, not Gina. I'm sorry. I have to take a photo for you again. Yes. Okay. There is many different forms, like epic stories regarding these two. They say like they are related, but at the same time they are enemies. Okay. But if you notice, the king's logo is Garuda. Okay. The structure is designed as Chaturamukh, like 4 holes built by 4 directions. So we have first, second, third, and the fourth is at the exit part, and this is the center. And it is inspired by some ancient royal paras like Puratina and Satyakma Prasad. Okay? And the museum used 4 patterns of frames. So we have the Kanuch. Kanuch is like similar to leaves, like that one, and flowers and fires. And then we have the human body pattern, like this one. Angels, gods, and we also have demons pattern, evils, and then we have giants, and then we have the animals pattern. And they have 3 sculptural techniques for this building. So like this one, you see, this is low relief. This is low relief right here. So the structures project slightly only from the background, And then we have the high relief. So high relief is actually like similar to low relief, but the background, the gap between the background and the sculptures, they are much more deeper. And then we have the sculptures in round. You see, it's like round in the pole. So the structures, they show all angles from the front to the sides and to the back of the sculptures. So before I take you around to explore, let me take you to the first one first. Okay, let's go inside the first room. This one, yes, this is for salt water plants. Great. You heard about oil? Yes, nothing. Don't worry, tell you. Okay. Both. Because actually Buddhism and Hinduism actually believe on the four elements. So this room was actually built to show the concept of human equality. So like whether you are rich, poor, your religion, everyone deserves the same treatment and respect. And it all reminds us from these four classical elements. So you see, we have the earth. The earth is considered to be the most sought compared to other elements. And it represents the nature like the forest and the animals, and even inside our body, like the physical state of being balanced, like our eyes, nose, everything. And this earth also refers to like full of endurance, strength, nurturing, and firm, stable. Next is the water element. The water element is known as liquid, okay? And it represents, based on the arts, we have the waves, okay? The sea animals, like the fish, and the undersea plants, and even inside our body. Could be our blood, plasma, everything. When you go to the toilet, you know what that is, okay? And the water also refers to our passion and emotions. So that's why they say it's very important for you to know what element, what kind of elements you have in your body, okay? And then we have the wind. The wind represents the breath of life. So you can see based on the arts, the moving of the clothes, the leaves, and even inside our body, which is the gas. So it gives us like our breathing. And the wind or the air also refers to knowledge and wisdom. It can carry away our troubles and, give us positive thoughts. And the last one is fire. It represents, you can see here from the arts, the breath of fire from the dragon. We have the volcano, and also in our body called as metabolism, body temperature, and even our emotions. And this fire also refers to strong will and then energy. And like they say, it can heal, it can harm, it can create, it can destroy. All of these four elements, they come together to form life, and that is what we call humans. So that's why we are all. Stay until before 6. Let me take the second inhale. Chisel, and I don't know what you call this one. This is chisel, right? And this is? Same, but different type. Okay. Kapun ka. Okay, now let's go to the second. So that's why we have people around the building. But now, so that's why you see we have like flowers here, because people come to, they still remember this wall and they come to pay respect. Before, when this was not here yet, because this was done only this year, they attach the curve. So we have like an altar here because people come to pray and pay respect. I have a customer before. She said, "Mom, you know what I prayed when she touched it?" I said, "What did you pray?" She said, "I prayed for a husband." That was a year ago. Until now, we are still waiting for her to come back with a husband. If she's back, it's our turn to pray also. Maybe pray for 2 husbands, right? Why not? Because if you're fed up with number 1, you can go to number 2 to accommodate. You can touch it if you want, but be careful. Be careful, you do not want her to come home with you tonight. Okay. Take a photo first. And this one, you see, the green one, this is the effect of the chemicals. Because, before they use the woods, they soak it first with the chemicals just for the prevention of termites. And then after that, they coat it out through paints. This is like a special paints to preserve the woods. Okay. Nature room. I like it here because it's so airy here. And we all know that we are born of this world. But sooner or later, every one of us must say goodbye to this world. I have customer every time I say like that, because I don't want to die, but we cannot really escape that, right? Every one of us must face it one day. And this room represents about the cycle of life. It reminds us about our birth, our growth, our maturity, and then we get old, we get sick, and then we die through the wood carvings. So that's why Lek says, if we understand all these things, then each of us will value life starting from up there. You see, the male and the female sculpture, that represents our parents, the beginning of human life. So our parents gave us life, they teach us to become a better person, but what are we doing now with our parents nowadays? We forget our parents, right? And a lot of people don't think about sooner or later they're going to die also, right? So that's why they keep on destroying everything around us. And this is Turani. Turani is the earth goddess. Can you guess why we have Turani here? Can you guess why we have Turani here? The earth goddess. Person inside and out. Tuesday is Mars. It represents courage and industry. So you can see on top of it, what do you call this animal?
Like a buffalo.
Like a buffalo, right? So in the Philippines, we call this like carabao, and this is used in the farm. So that's why you are a hardworking person. This is Wednesday. Wednesday, on top of it is elephant, because they say elephant is caring, gentle, and it has passion. That's why romantic. Okay, so caring, gentle, and romantic. Thursday is right there. Thursday is deer. It represents wisdom, because they say the deer, before it makes another move, it stops at one place and then like it look around first, so like it thinks. So that's why if you were born Thursday, you are intelligent. This is for you. Friday. Friday is Venus. This is an ox, right? And this ox is used for, like they said, they worship like wealth. It represents wealth, and they worship this one because this is also the vehicle of Vishnu. So this is wealth. So that's why you are going to become rich. Okay. When you become rich, don't forget us. Okay. Come back here again. This is Saturday. It's good that no one's born Saturday, because Saturday, the animal on top of it is tiger, and tiger is easily angry. So they say if you were born Saturday, unhappiness and suffering. So if you have a friend who is all the time angry, you can tell them, I think you were born Saturday. Okay. Okay. So don't put it on paperboard. After that, they use a clay for the dimension. So they use the clay, make it a sculpture 10 times smaller than here. And then they try to use it in the model museum to see where it's going to be placed, and if it fits, how it looks like, and if it's okay. So once it's okay, then they take the actual form to start on the woods. And then again, work on it again until it's completely done. Once it's ready, they bring it all here, inside and out of the building. So they do this one. Maybe I think next year, it's already like almost complete. Almost complete only, because we do not know if he wants to add more. So you ready to go to the center now? We have more to go. So that serves like as promotion. And like every year they change it, because it depends on like the color that they use for the event. But for this December, I don't know, because we don't have event because of the COVID-19. Continue the source of human being living in this world. Like they said, knowledge is very important, because knowledge helps us to conquer ignorance or the evil in this world. But what is happening nowadays, instead of conquering ignorance, we become ignorant because we don't use the knowledge the right way, right? So that's why Lek says, if only we use the knowledge the right way, it will keep us from pride and greed. But that is not happening nowadays anymore. Too bad. And you know, right now, like the technology, how it influences everyone. Technology is not bad at all, because somehow it helps us, like especially when we are lost, it tells us what is happening? It divides everyone. So like you are all together, but you don't talk to each other because everyone, see? And it makes everyone too lazy. You don't really talk anymore, you just want something. Right, very lazy, right? And then, I want to make cook food. Yeah, you know? It makes it how our life proceeds. Like to think and see how we are going to continue the life we are living. And in this room, it shows all the good examples of the good people in ancient Chinese philosophy based on the stories. So this is almost complete, about 80%, because we do not know what the mind of the owner is in this world to add more here. You see, never enough. We are never contented. Okay, so this way. Okay, it starts from here. This is Avalokitesvara, and then that is Deva, Manch. You see, these three are symbols of overcoming negative feelings. So like greed, passion, fear, and anger. Okay, no one here in your group easily anger, right? You were not born Saturday, right? Lao Tzu is an ancient Chinese text philosophy. He's the founder of Taoism, called as Yin and Yang. So this represents the natural balance, and like he found out, he discovered that a lot of people are upsetting the nature balance. So this destroys our nature and affects our living as well. So he came up with a philosophy about everything that matters in life and how we can develop so that we can impact positively on the world around us. This is Gongqi. I like this so much. Gongqi is a symbol of respect for the elderly, humanity, and self-discipline. He's actually a philosopher, and one of his philosophy that he wrote on golden rules that is interpreted as what you do not wish for yourself, do not do it to others, right? That is very important, but people forget about that already. And this is Guan Yin. Guan Yin is the goddess of mercy. So this is a symbol of love, sympathy, mercy, and kindness. This represents about her stories, how she gave her eyes and some parts of her body to her father, even though her father tried to kill her once. So this is like a sacrificial love. And this is, so they have their, different kinds of knowledge, and they use this so that they can be able to cross the sea. And this describes a situation like us. We are all different from each other, but we have our own individual talents. That's why you can see the arts. It actually represents the different collectors of arts, like that one beggar. Then we have the physical handicap. So like Lek says, do not judge people based on their appearance. Right? If we judge people, everyone is valuable because everyone have individual talents. So instead of judging them, we bring all our individual talents together so that we can achieve success in this world. And that is what this symbol is all about. In fact, that is true because actually Lek says, our life normally is happy, right? Even if we are in the COVID right now, we are still happy. But like he said, it has to live with virtues and balance. It's the same thing like the boat. This is like an ark. This room here, the shape of this is like an ark. Because like Lek says, we are all passengers in this world. We all are in the same boat together. So everyone deserves the same treatment in the boat. No VIPs, right? Everyone wanted to be feel accepted and belongingness. So that's why Lek says, in order to do that, we have to have balance with each other, like the 4 elements. Because if we don't have the balance, what will happen to the boat then? It will shrink, and this is what what will happen to the world as well. So that's why all of these are good examples. Like they are all different from each other based on their race, nature, culture, religion, but this has never been an excuse for them to be able to do good things for the society. That's why Lek says, like them, we can also become a role model. We can also become like an example to the next generation if only we live by an examples like them, right? Respect, kind, everything, right? Not judging people, right? So if we can do that, then I think the world will become so peaceful. It's going to be like a better world to live in. The stairs with different emotions. So you can see suffering, angry, unhappy, sad. Tell me, sir, why do you think he's suffering? What is he doing? is? What is he doing, Mom? He's what? He's holding up. Yes, he's holding up. He's actually carrying the weight of the world on his shoulder. Let's say this is our emotions. Take a look now in these times of pandemic, right? We are all suffering. And then we are all angry because no work, no pay basis. We are unhappy as well because a lot of people are dying. But Lex says, regardless of our emotions in these times of pandemic, what we need to do is support each other, carry each other's burden. And this is what we can do for this world, to live peacefully, regardless of what we are facing right now. Let me show you one last good example. This is the Lek was built during his period, and not only that, he's an inspiration to the owner and loved by everyone. So he's one of the good examples because he sacrificed all his life to improve the quality of life of the Thai people. And he had this famous philosophy that helps improve the life of the Thai and can still be applied even to us nowadays. And this is what we call the philosophy of self-sufficiency economy. And I think this is one thing that my country, Philippines, and some other countries doesn't have. So that's what good for the Thai people. They have the King Ramanai. And this philosophy reminds us about to think how much we are spending, and then think about how much we can improve on saving, increase our saving. In that way, everyone will not be in poverty. And then we can also be a help to others as well. The Thai people, they are not rich, they are not poor, but they know how to live their lives well. And that is because of him. But you can see Filipinos are everywhere. But that is not our fault, that is the fault of our leaders. And at the top of the king, that is Yamantaka. This is an incarnate of Manchusi Bodhisattva. He destroys the devils in the form of a demons. And one thing that is good about him, he teaches everyone to learn how to give and learn how to take. So when you give, you only give good things, only positive things. When you take only good things and positive things. Because like he said, if you feed your mind all negative things, it will become a reality, right? So that's why he said only good and positive things. And that can also be reversed. So you can be either a giver, you can either be a taker. At the other side is view life. So based on how we treat ourselves and others well. This is the bad and this is the good side. The bad sides you can see is a picture of people don't want to live together in harmony. So they take advantage, they don't want to help others. Even those who are falling into the river, they never have the heart to care enough to take them out from the river. But this is a community wherein people are in harmony. They live together, they want to live together. And you can see they are helpful with each other, so they try to help build the bridge with each other. And even the women, they don't have the strength like the men, but they too also help by preparing foods for the men. So that's why Lex says, this will help us recognize which of the societies we would want to live with. Of course, we want to live with a good society. How are we going to do that? That's why Lex says, it starts from ourselves. So that is the first one. I will just start up there. Our parents gave us a life, and then they took care of us. They provide us education. They teach us to become a better person. They protect us from bad things or bad people. They support us to get a job. And then they support us in our married life. When they get older, they give us their property. Oh, not property. Not every parents give us property because it depends if we were brought. You are the wealthy. See? Okay, so your parents give you your property. Okay? But I think every parent wants to ensure a good